it's Danielle here with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my February TBR. First off, I want to apologize for the lack of lighting and the lack of background decoration. I have to film this in our study today because Josh has a friend over, and being the wonderful girlfriend that I am, I graciously gave them the living room. So I'm sorry that you aren't going to see the cute aesthetic books. These are all Josh's books. They're all like manuals and things, but he does have one series, which is the Witcher series. So let me know if you've ever read that series. I haven't read it, but I have watched the show with Josh, so let me know what you think of it. So I'm so excited to share with you my TBR for February because the month of February gives very love, very romance. Obviously there's Valentine's Day, so it is a huge month to explore all kinds of love. I love love. I love all kinds of love. I love Valentine's Day. It is one of my favorite holidays. I have loved it since probably I was in high school, even before I met Josh, even before I had a boyfriend. I just love celebrating the love that I have for my friends and my family and all that jazz. But my reading tastes don't necessarily match up with the vibe of February and Valentine's Day, which I very much am into fantasy, mystery, and thriller. Those are my top three genres last year and currently still this year. I love just, I'm a Freida reader. I love a good mystery. I love a good whodunit. I love me a good Brandon Sanderson and a fantasy vibe. I'm currently making my way through the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I just love all of that. So, and I absolutely hate contemporary romance books. But I am trying something new this February, and I'm trying to explore this genre that I love to consume in like rom-coms. I love consuming it as movies and TV shows. Hate consuming it as books. So this February I wanted to kind of explore more of romance books that have been sitting on my shelf in particular, and romance genres that I've never really explored before. And I also, for my reading journal, included a Valentine's book bingo to help motivate me to explore more romance genres. And I will take a picture and we will pop it up on the screen here. Is it over my face? Hopefully it's over my face. So without further ado, here are the romance books, and it's giving very romance vibes. Here are the romance books that I plan to read in the month of February. Gotta have a good can crack. Get into it. Okay, so the first book I'm going to start off with is, you're going to be like, ma'am, you just said that you were exploring different things. I can't not read a Freida. Like, Freidas include romance. I'm deciding to read The Boyfriend because I actually haven't read a Freida McFadden all the month of January. Have I? No, I have not, because I have been on a huge Kelley Armstrong kick. So I decided to go with The Boyfriend because I feel like this is going to give the dark romance, the like nitty gritty, spooky ooky romance side. And I think that this will be a really, really interesting read to read in the month of February. So this follows a girl named Sydney. I like the line at the back. Like, every single woman in New York has terrible luck with dating. It's giving very Sex in the City. Is that not giving very Sex in the City? Giving very Sex in the City, Carrie Bradshaw vibes. So basically she's been, like, had it with men in New York, and then suddenly she meets, like, the perfect man. He's charming, he's handsome, he works as a doctor. I think, is Freida McFadden a med student, or, like, has a degree? Is she a doctor? Because she writes a lot of doctor things. Trisha? I think Trisha's saying yes. So basically she has this amazing boyfriend. He seems too perfect. Obviously he is, because things take twists and turns, and he ends up not being who he says he is, and apparently someone's watching her. Ew, creepy. Ooh, stalker. Wow. So sorry about that. So yeah, I'm really excited because, again, I feel like this is going to explore those, like, dark romance, and, like, we have to include Freida. We have to. So, The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden is the first book that I'm planning to read for February. Next up, we have Crazy Rich Asians by Kwan. This book is, obviously there's the movie based on it. I loved the movie, and it basically follows Rachel and Nick. Nick is from Singapore, and his family moved to America when he was little, and Rachel works as a professor. I don't remember what she does. Oh my goodness. But she works as a professor, and basically they are engaged, and no. They are not engaged. I lie. They are dating, and they travel to Singapore because Nick's friend is getting married, so they are traveling for the wedding. And they, it takes a whole, like, twists and turns with what his family, being such a prolific. Is prolific a word? Prolific. Prominent! Oh my god. Prominent. They are a prominent family over in Singapore, and so they travel for this wedding, and it takes a whole twist and turn. So, I'm rambling, but I'm very excited to see how this compares to the movie. I'm really excited to because I love the movie so much, so I'm excited to see, like, if I end up loving the book as much as I loved the movie. I think it is going to be a little bit difficult for me to get through because look at that text size. That's awful. Ugh. But my other thing too is I'm trying to read more physical books. I have been very reliant on audiobooks for a very long time, for at least the last several months, to kind of get me through my reading. And I'd love to go back to physical books because, you know, we love a good physical book around here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how the comedy is in this, how that comes and is portrayed, how their relationship develops and how that's portrayed. So I'm really, really excited for all of that. So the next book that I am going to be reading is Check and Mate by Hazelwood. This is a shorter book, and the text is A-okay. I'm really excited to explore more Hazelwood. Have I read anything Hazelwood? Oh, I have. Okay. I have read some Hazelwood, but not a lot, and she is an author that I would like to explore more. She does write a lot of romance, and I think that's why I've been kind of not exploring her as much. So, Check and Mate follows Mallory and Nolan. Two names that have come up a lot in books that I've recently been reading. So basically it's about chess. Mallory's done with it. That's what it says. She's done with chess. Basically it led to the destruction of her family. Oh my goodness. So she's focusing on her mom, but she's going to play in one last charity tournament. Enter Nolan, obviously. He loses to her. Shocking. He wants to cross pawns again. Ooh, maybe I'll learn about chess. There was a book that I read last year. Oh, I forget what it was called, but it was by Trisha Levenseller. Was it by Trisha Levenseller? It was the book. The brewing book. The book about beer. I learned a lot about making beer, okay? That was my point in that. But I forget who wrote that book, and I forget what that book was called. Beyond a Reasonable Stout by T. Kingfisher, Trisha Levenseller. Maybe. I don't know. Basically, she wins. He's mad about it. She's rising up the ranks. and trying to keep her family separated from the game. And she realizes that games aren't only on the board. And she is trying to deal with an intelligent and infuriating man. Aren't we all, girl? Aren't we all? Always try and deal with an intelligent and infuriating man. I'm really excited for this one. This one has been on my shelf for quite a while. I believe Trisha and Ashley have both read this book, so I'm really, really excited to read this and talk about with them, because I do know that they have read a lot of Ali Hazelwood, I believe. I know they have read several last year, and I'm really excited to kind of explore an author that they like, because so far with the authors that they have told me to explore, I have not been let down. So, we're going to add Ali to that. Continuing on, our next book is the Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. So this is the... Ow! Ow! I just hit my ear with the book. Ow! Why is Laurie Gilmore trying to hurt me? Girl, I'd do nothing to you. So I believe that this is the 5th book because... Wait, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore... The Christmas Tree Farm. Then there was the Daisy Chain Flower Shop, but I don't think that's been released in Canada yet. If it has, I'm very excited to read that one. And then this one. So it's the 5th. So this is about Annie and Mac's story, which I know a lot of fans really, really wanted. In my personal opinion... so I've read the other 3 Laurie Gilmore books. In my personal opinion, I personally think it should have been the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Gingerbread Bakery, and then we're done. I don't think the Christmas Tree Farm was needed. I did not like it. I haven't read the Daisy Chain Flower Shop, so I obviously can't comment, but I think just sticking to like the main 3 girl characters would have been a really, really good choice. And I think a much better choice. I am excited to read this one. Shout out to my mom and dad because they bought this for me for Christmas. And it is like more of a Christmas book. Like there is like Christmas decorations on it. But you know what? It's about a wedding. It's about love. It's about life. It can be read whenever. It's fine. I'm going to assume Christmas doesn't play a huge role in it. Because it says, as the snowflakes fall. You know what? The snowflakes have been falling in Canada, so I can still read this book. I am looking forward to this one just because I do like Annie and Mac so much, but I am nervous because with the Christmas Tree Farm, it really turned me off of this world, and it really turned me off of this series and Laurie Gilmore. But I do love the small town cozy vibes of Gilmore Girls, so I really want to get back to that, and I'm really hoping that this takes us back to that. Clearly, my month of February is just going to be me taking the shows and movies that I love and reading the book versions. Stay tuned. So, I really am interested to see, now that I've kind of taken a break from Laurie Gilmore a little bit, like the Christmas Tree Farm we read, oh Lord, when did we read that? Whew, that seems like a long time ago. We read that quite a while ago, so I think now that I've taken a little bit of a breather, I feel like I will be, much more engaged with this world. Greatly apologize if you can hear Josh and his friend. Nothing I can do about it. So, this is his house too. Also, the Herbie sticking up. Okay, the next book that I plan to read is another Ali Hazelwood, and it is Deep End, because look how beautiful it is. I do know that this is more like giving summer vibes, but like I said, I'm here for the romance tropes. The romance. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm here for the romance tropes. So this one is about Scarlett and Lucas, and I know that it takes place in a pool with swimmers. So this month, we've got chess players, we got swimmers. We're diving on into worlds that your girl knows nothing about. So, basically, Scarlett is an athlete at Stanford. Very exciting. She is very, like, focused on her swimming and concentrating, and she has no time for relationships. At least that's what she tells herself. And then Lucas is the swim captain, world champion, all-around aquatics golden boy, obviously. A lot of golden boys happening. Basically, they have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slips out. What's the secret? And then they start an arrangement, and then they have the relationship, and then there's, like, pressure put on the relationship, you know? The reason that I am wanting to read this book, the sole reason, is because apparently the spice, the smut, is smutting in this book, apparently, and I am really excited to explore that, and just, like, let me live my life. It is a huge book. It is a bit of a chunky chunk. So, but that's okay. If it goes into March, that's fine. And I'm being really ambitious with this TBR. So, I don't know if this will be one that I get to in February, but we can have hopes. We can have dreams. It's all good. All right, transition. The last 3 physical books is a series. And that is the Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber series. I have been saving this for the month of February specifically. This will be the first books that I actually pick up in the month of February because I really, really, really want to get to this series. Now, here's the reason. So, Ashley, my dear sweet friend, Ashley read the Caraval series and the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and she recommended them so much to Trisha and I. Trisha and I ended up reading Caraval together, and then I ended up continuing into the series. Trisha, I believe, has started Legendary, but not finished Legendary. I have just recently finished Finale. I did not love Caraval as much as I was I did not love the Caraval series as much as I was hoping. I loved Caraval. I loved, like, the circus vibes and the whole game and, like, figuring it out. And, like, unlike Trisha, I see nothing coming sometimes. So I really didn't figure out everything. And then with Legendary, it was okay. But, like, I could kind of see myself being like, the magic, the mystery, the wonder that I loved from Caraval is not here. And I started to get a little disappointed. And then the third one, I started in October and I just finished it today and it's January. It's January 27th. And I started like October like 10th or something. Yeah, it was not the vibe. I did not like it. I did not like this turn it took. I did think the like fates was pretty cool, like everything with them. But the whole Donatella story was just really annoying. I didn't like the whole Fallen Star plot line. I did like Scarlett and Julian's storyline a little bit, but they were only like 20% of the book, so no. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but if there was a fourth, I wouldn't read the fourth. But Ashley loved that series, and she talked about Jax. And she talked about how much she loves Jax Jax, and how this series, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, is about Jax. I want to read this series, solely to learn why I should love Jax. I want to know if I'm going to love Jax and feel the same way that Ashley does about Jax. Because I don't get it right now, just based on like the events of the Caraval series. And specifically Finale, I don't understand the love. So I'm really excited to see if my opinion changes on Jax. I'm really excited to talk to Ashley about the Caraval series. I'm really excited to talk to her about the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And I do want to finish at least the first book of the series in the month of February. I am also hoping at some point to get like the really, really pretty cover versions of these, because I'm not living for this cover version. I want the really, really pretty ones. So Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Love are the 3 Once Upon a Broken Heart series books. Like I said, I am really hoping to get through at least the first one. The first one, I know, focuses on Jax and a woman named Evangeline. Evangeline is sounding familiar. I feel like that name came up in the Caraval series, specifically in finale, but I cannot remember why. So I'm looking forward to remembering why it comes up, and I'm looking forward to seeing, like I said, if my opinion of Jax changes. Oh, transition. So now that we have finished the physical books, it is time to talk about my Kindle, because you know I love my Kindle. There is 3 books on my Kindle that I am hoping to get to. Again, I know it's ambitious, but I have so far managed to finish like 11 or 12 books in January. So like, I feel like the month of February might be as good to me. I'm also, the month of February is less busy. And I'm very excited. Very excited about it. Also, Josh is working on Valentine's weekend. It's okay. We're celebrating after. But I am going to do a really fun thing on the on the day of Valentine's Day. So make sure to keep an eye on our TikTok for that, because I'm going to do something really super fun, and I'm very excited about it. So, for my Kindle reads, there are 3 books that I want to get to. The first book is called Bound in Honor. Bound. I can't see the cover. Hold on. Bound by Honor. So my sister recommended this to me. Shout out to my sister. Love you. My sister recommended this book to me because it is a mafia romance, and she knows how much I love my spicy books and how much I love my smutty books. And so she recommended this book to me because I don't know if she's read it or if she like read about it, but she said it's really smutty, and it's also a mafia romance, which I have not explored that genre before, and I really want to explore that. Like I said, in the month of February, I want to complete a book bingo, and I'm trying to explore my romance genres, and that's a romance genre that I know is really popular. So I don't have the... Wait. About this book. Oh, I figured it out. So basically, it's a book about a girl named Cora. No, that's the author. Hold on. So, this is basically about a girl that has to marry into the mafia. She has been betrothed to the head of the mafia named Luca, and it's this arranged marriage that, you know, it's obviously like, he's obviously the head of a mafia, so like, do with that as you will. The guy's personality, he's the head of a mafia, okay? So basically it's about her falling in love with him. I'm really excited and interested to see if I like this genre, because like I said, I'm down for some dark romance. I'm down for some nitty gritty. I'm down for some weird... I'm a Freida reader. Okay? We're down with the gory gore. So I'm really excited to see if this is something that I'm into. And it is a series, so I'm interested to see if I like the series. Okay. So next on my Kindle is a second book in a series. It is Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you have been here for a while, you know we read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. We did not like The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. We absolutely did not like it. Trisha despises it. I just didn't like it, but like, I don't have like a hatred for it like she does. So The Inheritance Games was like a huge letdown. We've talked about enough of that. I saw a series called The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this series intrigued me because the description of the first one, which is called The Naturals, seemed very, very interesting. It's about a group of kids who have super abilities, and they are helping the FBI solve cold cases. I thought it was going to be really interesting, so I decided to give it a shot. And I was like, you know what? I'm hoping she can redeem herself. I won't go into too much detail because you'll have to watch my January wrap-up to see my full thoughts. But let's just say I'm carrying on with the series. I really, really liked the first one, and Killer Instinct is the second book. I don't want to give too much away because obviously it's a second book, but it follows a girl named Casey. I don't know how you say it, but basically I'm reading a lot of Casey characters, so I just keep saying Casey. And Casey is a girl that comes to this group, the Naturals, and she kind of finds her place. I found how she finds her place and her whole storyline from the first one were really, really cool. I don't know if it's going to continue focusing on her or if we're going to get a focus on another character. I haven't read the description because I kind of want to go into it blind because I really liked it. So I'm really excited to see where this one takes us. And yeah, I'm just excited to continue the series because I did find the first, and I hope I'm not let down. It's not, like, there is romantic elements into it, but again, this is one that if I don't get to it, I'm not going to be upset because I am trying to focus on those romance stories. So yeah, that one might be like a end of February if I have time, but more in like March. So yeah. The next and final book that I'm going to be reading on my Kindle is Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. So Tell Me Lies, if you know, is currently a very popular series on Crave right now and Hulu. I'm watching it on Crave. And this series got, like, the TV show got highly, highly recommended to me by a lot of people at my work. And because they know that I love a smutty book. And they said, oh, you should check out this series. And I was like, oh, okay, like, because this series and Heated Rivalry were two that were, like, being kind of recommended to me, and I checked out both. But I didn't know what I was getting into, so I, like, instantly fell in love with the series. I really like it. It's a really good show. Basically, the series follows a group of friends in college who are going through a lot of toxic relationships. It focuses on secrets and lies and trials and tribulations. It's really good. Then I found out it was a book. I really, really want to read the book because I've been watching the TV show. Like I said, my month of February is all about the TV shows and movies that I'm consuming, and I need to read the books about them. Doy. And so I really want to see how the book is compared to the show, because the show is like 3 or 4 seasons long. 3. I think it's 3. I think it's currently on season 3. I'm on season 2. But it's only it's 3 seasons long, and I want to see how that compares to the book, considering, like, it's just one book. I don't think it's a series. Is it a series? I don't know if it's a series, but I'm really excited to see how it compares to the book. So like I said, it follows a group of college friends who are going through all these toxic relationships. Also, the book focuses on the relationships between multiple characters. Or the TV show, did I say the book? The TV show focuses on the relationships between multiple characters. This focuses on purely Lucy and, oh my god, what is his name? And Steven. So the book says it's just about, like, the description says it's just about Lucy and Steven and their relationship, but they also have their friends Bree, they have their friend Evan, they have their friend Wrigley, and they have their friend Pippa. And I want to see if those characters are focused on as much in the book as they are in the show, because personally, Pippa and Wrigley's relationship is currently my favorite one in the show right now, and, like, what's going on with them. So I'm curious I'm curious to see. I'm very, very curious to see if it's similar vibes. Finally, we have my audiobooks. So, obviously, like I've said in many, many wrap-ups and TBRs, I have about an hour commute to work and an hour commute home from work. So that leaves me with a lot of time to listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are my best friend. They're my bestie. I've currently finished 11 books and 10 of those have been consumed as audio. Sorry about it. But with audiobooks, I am currently on a huge Ellie? Who's Ellie? Who is she? There's no Ellie. Let me back up. I am currently on a huge Kelley Armstrong kick.
I got Crossbones by Kathy Reichs.
I got 3 Kathy Reichs books because Trisha has recommended them to me. So I got Death du Jour, Bare Bones, and Bones to Ashes, which I'm super excited about because I do love the show Bones.
I got Fire and Bones by Kathy Reich. I don't think I own this one for the series, so there's that. Or A Conspiracy of Bones, also by Kathy Reich. I don't think I have either of these, so I'm excited to add those to my Kathy.
You
Kathy
said
Reich?
Cassie.
Yeah.
You said
yeah,
Cassie. You said Kathy. You said Cassie Reich.
Only for that one. The other one,
Yeah,
the other one said Kathy.
I got Fire and Bones and A Conspiracy of Bones by Kathy Reich.
It's Kathy Reich. Kathy Reich. It's Reich.
I got Fire and Bone.
Shut No, we gotta do the hairspray thing.
Oh!
That's from High School Musical.
I was like, when are you getting hairspray? Guys, I'm
Oh
crying.
my god, my tummy. My tummy. Oh.
I'm gonna completely redo that. Guys, I'm one book in.
What voice was that? I got the Kathy. It was Kathy.
Book that Kathy.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. We're good.
I'm so not. Matt.
Okay.
I got Fire and Bones and A Conspiracy of Bones by Kathy Reichs.
So the first book that I got was Bones of the Lost by Kathy Reichs. And Trisha pointed this out again. The series is recommended by her. I have finished the entire Rockton series. I have finished currently what is released as the Haven's Rock series. And I have already finished book 1 of a Rip Through Time series. So now I'm on to book 2. And I do plan to continue that series. So that is going to be my audiobooks for the next little bit. A Rip Through Time follows Mallory, and she is transported back in time into the body of a Victorian housemaid. And the series follows all of the trials and tribulations she faces with that. Obviously being away from her current time, which was 2019, back to like 1860s, I think, is what it was. It's the 1800s. Like, I can't even imagine. So, I've already started the second book, so I will be continuing that series through the month of February. And then then I don't know where my audiobooks are going to take me because I honestly just go with it. I end up just searching in the library for whatever Trisha's downloaded. And then if there's something that I really, really want to listen to, I'll message Trisha and be like, hey, can we get this book on Audible? Thanks, Mom. So it's, yeah, honestly, audiobooks are something that I kind of just go with the flow, fly by the seat of my pants type situation. But I definitely am on a huge Kelley Armstrong kick. I'm looking forward to when her next Haven's Rock book comes out. It is in February. Also, I do need to go and pick up the next Freida McFadden book because she just had a new release. And also in the month of February, Hazelwood is releasing one of her audiobooks into physical format, which I will also be picking up. So we don't know. So audiobooks and whatever else I consume is kind of up in the air. It just depends on my mood, just depends on what I'm listening to, what I'm into. Right now it's Kelley. So I'm assuming that's what it'll be. But who knows? Who knows? We could go wherever with that. So that is it. That is all. That is a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 3 time, 12. Plus probably the new Freida, which is 13. Plus the new Hazelwood, which is 14. 14! Valentine's Day, February 14th. That's so nice! Oh, how nice. Yeah, that is all. That is it for so far for the TBR. I'm excited to see how much I get read. I'm excited to see what I think of all these romance books. I'm excited to see if I get to any of these romance books. Who knows? I am so excited to see what the month of February brings me. I am so excited to get through with January. January always feels like the longest month. I don't know why. But I'm excited because I think that good times are going to come to all of us. I'd love to know down in the comments below, what are you planning to read for the month of February? Are you going to focus on romance books, given the theme? We love a good theme around here. Or are you just going to focus on finishing up some series that you're in, finishing up some books that have been on your TBR for a while, or are you starting something new? Fresh start. Alright, y'all, so that is it. That is all. I am so excited to see what happens in the month of February. I'm excited to see what books I get read. I'm excited to see what romance tropes that I get read. I'm excited to see what I think of all these romance books. I'm excited to see if I actually get to any of these romance books. I would love to know down in the comments below what you plan to read for the month of February. Are you going to stick to the love theme like I am? Or are you just trying to finish up any series, any books that are on your TBR? What are you reading? What are you looking for? What's the vibe? As always, we wish you happy reading. I wish you love, joy, happiness, tranquility, peace in the month of February. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Happy reading. Bye. Transition.